there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another game review. And today, very excited to check out Make and Break from Moody Macaw. This is for 2 to 6 players, ages 17 plus. It'll take you about 30 minutes to play. And in Make and Break, you are going to be you're going to be matchmaker. You're going to be creating couples, gay couples, straight couples, lesbian couples, bisexual couples. Those couples are going to have kids. Those couples are going to score you points. But those couples are also going to break up. They're going to have affairs, lots of different stuff like that. It's a very light, simple card game with an interesting theme. Does that translate to a good game, though? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Make and Break. So first and foremost, we've got a handy-dandy rule sheet. It's one of those fold-up large sheets, double-sided, full-color. It's got pictures, illustrations, and it's pretty well done. It should have you up and running pretty smoothly. It's a little weirdly organized, but overall it's a well-done rule booklet. So in Make and Break, you are going to be creating couples, be them gay, straight, bi, what have you. Some might have kids. And then these couples are going to score you points. But it's not going to be that easy because other people are going to be trying to break up your couples. There's going to be extramarital affairs. Your couples are going to be, getting divorced and all sorts of things like that. But let's go over the components. Let's get into the gameplay. So first, component-wise, we have cards, and more cards. Before we get started, I want to mention when we first started the game, there was like this powder all over each and every one of these cards. Like, you can actually kind of see it right there, and I've played this 3 times now. So there was this powder on here, which actually somebody told me that it could be mold from the factory. Either way, it was very noticeable. Like, it got on my fingers, and it was to the point my fingers started to dry out. I had to use lotion after we played, and it just, it should not have been on the cards, and it was on each and every one of the cards. I'm assuming that is a printing thing. Another thing I wanted to mention is that there is a sticker on the back of the box. Yeah, like a real, like, you have to kind of peel it off, but it won't. It'll do like that sort of number sticker on the box, which just does not seem like a good place to be putting a sticker. But anywho, back to the components. So component-wise, you're going to get people. You're going to get straight people, which will have the blue and the red. You will have gay people, which will have the blue and the blue, or the red and the red. You get it. So she would be a lesbian and that guy would be gay. Then you also have bi people, which will have all 3, boom, 3 of them up there right there. Straight people only want to date straight people. Gay people only want to date gay people. And bi people, well, they'll date whoever they want. Also, you're getting a whole bunch of cards that will look like this. Say things like extramarital affair. That's another extramarital affair. You'll have breakup cards, proposal cards, secret affairs. Lots of different things like that you're going to be having in this game. But let's go over exactly how you play. So at the beginning of the game, you're going to get 5 cards, and on your turn, you are going to draw a card. So right now, I don't particularly have the best hand. I have a proposal, which will allow me to potentially make a couple, a married couple, and then if I can then play this card, they will be a happily married couple, which means no one can mess with them for the rest of the game, which is kind of tricky to do. I have this card, which is an attack card. This will cause a couple to get divorced, but only if they are married. We have a secret affair, which means you're going to be able to take 2 people. You'll take one person from one couple, one person from another couple that are not yours, boom, put them together, and now you have a new couple, and you've broken up 2 other couples, which is really kind of helpful. But right now, I actually can't play any cards on my turn because there's nobody to play these special cards on, and these 2 are incompatible. He likes him, but he has no interest. And once again, look at that powder. Look at that. Ugh. So that'd be the end of my turn. So next turn, draw a card, and boom, we are in the money here. So I'm going to be able to make a gay couple because these 2 dudes are compatible. So that would be my entire turn right there. And this is going to score me a good deal of points because gay couples in this game are more special than straight couples. Straight couples are going to get you 10 points. Gay couples / lesbian couples are going to get you 20 points. Kids that you put on couples are going to get you 5 points. And then proposal cards will get you 10 points. Single parents will get you 5 points. Lots of different stuff like that are going to score you points. Now, next turn, let's take a look, and boom. Once again, I have nothing to do except play down a proposal card. So now I play down a proposal card, and this is going to allow me to flip a coin. Yes, you're going to be flipping a coin in this game. The coin is not included. And if you get heads, this couple gets together, they are proposed, they're engaged, hooray. If you get tails, then they break up, like they're done. You lose these cards. So getting proposing is a high risk, high reward situation. Also, it puts me at the mercy of people who might play extramarital affair cards, which are in here. So let's just go ahead and get another turn. So we got a bi couple. So she's bi, so she can date that guy right there. But actually, you know what I probably would do? I would probably lock this couple up, happily married. No one can mess with this couple for the rest of the game. And this also means that now I'm going to get to put kids down here. And I could have put kids down here before, but now the kids are completely safe. Whereas regularly, if you put kids on couples, then when they break up, you lose the kids as well. So let's show you a kid so you can get a feel. Oh, so there we go. That's a kid that he's going to score me points. But anywho, you're going to continue to do this until you have reached whatever the point threshold is. And the point threshold will change based on the number of players. Once someone gets to X amount of points, they will be the winner of the game. And that, in a nutshell, is how you're going to play Make and Break. Alrighty then, Make and Break from Moody McCall. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. Starting on the pro side, 2 to 6 players. That's a pretty nice player count. The rules are relatively easy to learn and easy to teach, which is always a good thing. The theme is a pretty interesting one. I don't think I've seen another theme where you're putting together couples, gay couples, straight couples, bi couples, having kids, getting breakups and divorce and getting married, happily married. It's an interesting premise for a game. Also, the box, small, compact, portable, which is always a good thing. It can play either as you versus everybody, or you can have a team version of the game if you're playing 4 and 6 players, which is nice that it has that option on there. Language independent, I think. It says happily married, but you can pretty much figure out what everything is on the cards. If you couldn't tell, I'm really stretching for pros here, because moving to the cons, this is a bad game. This is just a bad game. Now, the game itself is not broken. So it's good. It's not like one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. There's so many other things around this game that make it a bad game that just drag down this experience. We're just going to start on point A, and we'll get to, I think, probably like point F. I think there's like 6 really bad things about this game. So first and foremost, 2 to 6 players, great player count. But if you do not like playing team versions of the game, the 4 and 6 players are just going to be completely out of the window for the most part. Now, the other player counts are way, 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 way too long. And every player count I played this at, and I played it 3 times before I just was done with it, was way too long. It's just too long of a game. And at 2 and 3 players, it's a boring game. Yes, it is. It's a boring game. And that's partially because there's a lot of attack cards, and you're going to have a lot of attack cards in your hand. And a lot of the time, since people are going to be attacking so consistently, you will not be able to play those attack cards out of your hand because there's not going to be enough couples on the board that you'll be able to screw with. So, for instance, there might be a married couple here, and there might be a regular couple here, and you might have the divorce card, or the secret affair, extramarital affair card, and you're like, oh, I can't play that. You might have a secret affair card, and you're like, oh, I can't play that because this couple's married, and I can't play that because this couple is not married, and that's just tip the iceberg problem-wise. Now, continuing on with the problems, the game is incredibly repetitive. It's repetitive. You're going to do the same thing over and 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 over. And some games can overcome that. But what you're doing in this game is not inherently interesting. On your turn, you will draw 1 card, and then you will either play down a couple, or you will play down an attack card or a marriage card. So play a couple or play a special card. Play a couple, play a special card. Play a couple, play a special card. Play a couple, play a special card. And you will repeat that over and over and over and over and over again until you like it. It's all you do in the game. There is no strategy whatsoever. There is. There's a teeny tiny bit of strategy, but really, what cards you get are going to dictate whether or not you win the game. If you were able to get, 2 happily married couples, you're going to win the game. Just period. It's just game over. Doesn't matter how many points you're going to, you're probably going to win the game because there's too scarce of those cards and too many breakup cards, which is another problem that I have with this game. It's just non-stop attacking and 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 attacking. And take-that games are not one of my favorite games out there. I'll play them. I'll enjoy them from time to time. But the biggest problem that this game has is the fact that every time you attack someone else, you are taking points away from them, which prolongs the game. So this problem leads to the other problem. The game is way too long. And not just way too long for the boring, repetitive thing that you're going to be doing over and over and over again. It's just way too long of a game, period, for what is a family weight game at its core. I could teach this to a 7 or 8-year-old, no problem. And that's another con that I have with the game, is the marketing in this game is really weird. While I do like the theme, the fact is that theme is going to completely detract the market for you, because most people are not going to want to play a game about putting together bisexual or gay couples or straight couples and getting them married and getting them divorced and doing all this different stuff with their kids, with their 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, which means you have just essentially alienated a huge portion of your market. But I'm not here to tell them how to do marketing, so let's get back to the game, because that's what I'm reviewing. Now let's start talking about components, because component-wise, the cards are fine, the rules are fine. But what's on the cards, what's on the box is not fine. So first, let's talk about the powder. The powder on the cards. The powder on the cards was absolutely horrible. These cards were caked with powder. So much powder that I could literally take my finger and just scrape it down the middle of a card, and then the middle of the card would look different from the left and the right side of the card. Now, I don't know what that powder was. Somebody told me they thought it was mildew that was potentially from the factory. Somebody thought maybe it was sawdust or cardboard dust or something like that. Either way, it was an issue. It was an issue that nobody wanted to play the game the first time we played because of how gross their fingers started to feel. Our fingers were getting dried out and they started looking dirty, which is generally not something you should have happen when you're playing a new game. And by generally, I mean always. Always something that should not happen when you're playing a new game. It was so bad that on the second time playing the game, people still were commenting on the fact that there was powder all over their fingers and all over the cards, despite the fact we'd shuffled the cards 2 times. Now let's get back to that. It's very difficult to win this game, especially at the lower player counts, which in part drags out the game. And one bad rule, one thing that I hate about this game is the fact that the only way you can win the game is either when you get to that number of points, or, and I think it was, don't quote me on this, I think it was 3, when you've shuffled the deck 3 times. 3 times. And there's a lot of cards in this deck, especially if you're at the smaller player counts. And you're only going to be taking 1 card per turn, and that's just hammering on the fact that the game's repetitive and way too long. So let's keep focusing on it. So next, let's talk about this sticker. Who the hell puts stickers on the back of boxes? And we're not talking like one of those easy peel stickers. We're like talking about one of those stickers where you're going to need Goo Be Gone in order to get the stuff off of there. This came in plastic wrap. Put the sticker on the plastic. Don't put the sticker on the box. I feel like that's kind of an obvious thing to say. But apparently, it's not. Man, I wish I could review the company that manufactured this game, because this is not all the fault of Moody Macaw, the people that published the game. Yes, it's partially their fault, but the company, the factory that made this sucks, and I hope I never, ever get another game from this factory. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that because they might make great games. But the bottom line is, the residue, the dust, whatever the hell it was, the stickers on the box, just such a bad idea. Any other cons that I have with the game? Marketing, stickers, residue, long, boring, repetitive, attacky. So it was 7 things. No. Just no to this game. No. Yes, it is a game. And yes, we legitimately had some laughs each time we played this. Because each time I played it, I made sure I was playing with a different group of people. Because the same group of people, after we were done, did not want to play the game because it was way too long. But it does elicit some laughs just because the theme is out there. And if you start role-playing it up a little bit, it can be funny. But everything else about this game is just a no. And then the fact, oh man, the fact that in the rules, they recommend if you want to play a tournament, you play 10 games. Just, oh my gosh. No. No. I'm still getting powder. Still getting powder off these cards. Just no. Make and break. Flat, hard, no. Do not check out. There is so much better out there, despite the fact I do like the theme. So does make and break from Moody Macaw? No. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. Harry Potter or Star Wars? Which one do you like better? For me personally, oh, that's so hard. That's so hard. And here's the other thing about it. Like, I'm going to go Harry Potter, even though I feel like Star Wars is the right answer because there's going to be way more movies by the end of this. There's already a huge collection of books. There's more games, and if I had to give up one of them, if I had to give up one of them for the rest of my life, I would probably give up Harry Potter over Star Wars. I don't know. I'd still go Harry Potter, but that's a really tough decision. But let me know in the comments below. Harry Potter, Star Wars, you got to give up one for the rest of your life. Everything related to it. Which one do you give up? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.